Welcome back to a new video. Today I'm going to be breaking down a song that I produced. It's called Temporary Feels by Callie Claire and Jack James. I want to say this song came about late last year. jvck texted me, he said, have you got any beats? I'm with Callie. I sent like 3 and obviously one of them was this beat. Then later in the day he sent me a demo. I listened to it, I thought, yo, this is super fire. I also thought it was kind of empty in terms of the beat. I felt like it needed some extra things, so I sent it to Elkan. At this point, it was only Callie on the song. Then I think a couple of months later, Joey sent me Jack's verse, and yeah, that's the song you hear today.
Baby, tell me that it's all mine, baby. Oh, baby, yeah. Oh, is it just temporary? Feels forever.
So I started out with the piano, and it's just this very simple 2-chord progression. These few extra notes here, but apart from that, very simple and straight to the point. I put a few effects on it to kind of wash it out, some reverb, stuff like that, and it sounds like this. After that, I recorded in some vocals, processed it quite a lot and reversed it, and it sounds like this. Then later on in the beat, it's the same vocals, but I pitched them up an octave. This is such a simple beat that after those 2 elements, I kind of wanted to just move straight onto the drums and get a bounce going. So I found this perk loop and yeah, just dropped it in. Building off the perk loop, I added this snare clap kind of sound. Then I added some hi-hats, which is where the song really gets its bounce from. As you can see, it's kind of a unique velocity pattern down here, and then just straight 2-step hi-hats, which sound like this. Then for a little bit more bounce, I added a more percussive hi-hat. Second to last element is this kick. It just hits really hard. It's kind of spaced out because, like I said, the hi-hats are giving the bounce. And finally, this percussive ambient rim kind of sound that's just layered underneath the snare. After that, I added a synth bass, very simple, just following the bass notes of the chords. The bass just has a sidechain effect on it, which is what you can hear, which makes it kind of pulse in and out. What you also heard at the end of the bar there was this snare fill that I added, just to give a bit of a transition throughout the verse. That leads into this section where I added a pad from the Prophet V3 from Arturia. It's following the exact same chords as the piano, but I pitched it up so it gives a kind of high-end element to the beat. So that was the initial beat idea that I sent off to Callie. Once she recorded her part, I sent the beat off to Elkan to see if he could add some elements to it. The first thing he added was this pad kind of sound, which I used for the end of the beat, where it kind of breaks down a little bit. It originally sounds like this. All I did was pitch it down a whole octave and use it for this section, which you can hear in the song.
Is it just temporary? Feels forever. This is my last endeavor for just pleasure.
Then I added some filtered out drums just at the end of this section, just to kind of give it a little bit of variation.
Don't rain on my parade and leave. Oh, say you want the same from me. Don't know if I let it get too deep, cause you put your trust in me. Oh,
One final thing that I added is this little transition with the piano. I just reversed a chord and used it as a kind of like a riser effect to transition into another section.
stuck in a game you chose to play. On my case, I need a break now. We can make a
So that's the beat for Temporary Feels. Big shout out to Alkan for helping me on this one. It came out super fire. Also a big thank you to Cali, Jack and Joey for trusting my sound. And yeah, go stream the song and I'll see you in the next one.
Maybe this is what a good time looks like, feels right. Am I crazy thinking that a long night means a long time? Oh baby, tell me that it's so much.